there are some things that we have done crazy. I think I told Bruce the story about, you asked how we market during the, I told Bruce the story of how we did a box, simple cardboard box, put our logo on it. We put an all made t-shirt with a one color logo on it. We put a mug in it and a mask. And a lot of people would just walk in and drop it off and say, hey, can you give that to the person who makes the decisions? Well, I think outside of the box. So when I said,
with
no,
a box.
yeah, with a box. How about a paradigm? I'll use that word. I think outside the paradigm. So I took that box and we started either walking in and going on LinkedIn and knowing exactly who the person is. Hey, Susan asked me to drop this off. Can you take this? Yeah. And then, or we send it UPS or FedEx. And even though it costs me a little bit of money, right? We send it UPS or FedEx and they'll never open it. They walk in and put it right on their desk. So what happens? They open the box and it's there and they're going to read everything, especially when you give them an all made shirt, right? That goes back to everybody has 5 or 6 t-shirts that they wear in their shirt. And if you can get in that, then they start marketing for free. So it costs me $7 to send that shirt out and they're wearing it every third day when they're walking around the giant grocery store or something. That's kind of our philosophy.
And when they see you, they say, I still love that shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
which
can I
happens
get
a lot
another
with
one?
the all-made ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, another crazy thing is if you follow us or if people you'll see me post stuff that says it's what we do. You know what I mean? Screen print, embroidery. Every time there's something posted, it's what we do, because they don't know what we do. Well, this is what we do. You know, it's what we do. I was walking down through the grocery store the other day, and a lady walked up. I had my To the T Outfitter shirt on. She walked right past me, and she went, "It's what we do." Didn't even know the lady. Didn't even have any idea. And it's just because that they watch that stuff. And I don't have we don't market. We don't go out and put marketing out like Nike.
So
you know.
You think they'll open the boxes more by shipping them to them, and after you communicated with them with through LinkedIn or whatever?
I sent 10 boxes.
Yeah.
We got 8 orders. To date, those 8 boxes made me close to $700,000.
You know, that's interesting, because we, you know, when S&S or Gildan or Comfort Colors will send us the beautifully branded box with the one shirt in it, it somehow makes it on my desk because it's the nicest box ever. And they just put it there and Steven, this is for you. And I'll open it up and say, here's the shirt, you can have it. But I remember, I can tell you, Comfort Colors does it. And it's recognition right there, you know, and it's silly for those that, if you don't do this, it's the best use of your marketing dollars is to print stuff and give it to customers, because you are a printing company. It's free sort of free marketing.
It might cost you, but and you can't keep track of the return on that investment, can you, Steven? I mean, you're a numbers guy.
I mean,
how you can't?
You know, you could give everyone if, you know, they say you could spend $1,000 on marketing, or you could give 100 people a $10 box.
Well, you can't, you know? But you again did and know the dollar amount that you got back. You just said it.
I know you're still thinking.
Well, you're good at it. I think you just you talk yourself down on the numbers, but you know the exact numbers when it comes up.
Well, listen. When I started my business, before I even started it, I had a mentorship board. Okay, so there was 4 guys who were very inspirational to me and I had them as a mentorship board. So anytime I had a question, I'd take them out for a bourbon. I'd buy them a drink. We'd have a couple cocktails. I'd say stuff to them. They'd laugh at me. Okay. They'd be like, yeah, I remember. Very successful guys. We're talking very successful guys, but all from a different industry, all from different levels of the size of the business. And they used to say, one of the things, there's a couple things. One, you're always going to pay your taxes. You're always going to pay your people. You're never going to throw any red flags up, and you're always going to know your numbers. And you don't have to know them, pull the paper out. You want to know them. You can tell people, break it down. So I look at my numbers every day, and though I don't spew it to everybody, I know my numbers, and I know when to say, all right, this is wrong. We got to change this, right? We'll teach eventually my son and other people, my managers, how to look at those numbers. But for me, that was a learned process too. I've been learning every step of this. I've never printed a shirt. I mean, I've run businesses, but I've never printed a shirt. So I had to figure out, where's that in these numbers and how do I do that? So this mentorship board was huge. It was huge for me. You know,
what would be really funny is if you had shops that owners that don't know how to print, like
you guys have a Facebook group?
I would give myself a C-, and like bring Bruce in there and you in there and anyone else who doesn't know how to print and just videotape us trying to print and set up a job. That could be one of the funniest.
That would be hilarious.